Hello artists. Today we are talking about clay materials. We are actually going to move to some more sculpture work for our art time, and in order to do that we are going to use clay. So I'm going to show you some of the clay that we use in the art room, and I am going to actually have some available for you to pick up from Clear Creek, or if you're someone who really likes clay, I just want you to know about the options out there if you want to get some for yourself to continue working with. So typically in the art room we use a earthenware clay. So this really looks like mud. This is a natural clay, so you could find this outside. We order it. It is, refined, so it doesn't have a lot of bugs and plant material in it, but this is, a very basic clay that maybe you could find at the bottom of a pond or a creek. In order for us to use this, we do have to fire it in a kiln, so this isn't easy to use at home. A kiln is a very big oven that gets very hot, much hotter than your normal oven, but because of that it hardens through a chemical process. So this is a project we have done using this clay. You can see after it goes through the kiln it gets much lighter and kind of sounds like glass, or we call this ceramic. So maybe you have plates at home that this kind of clay was used to create. The reason that this is orange on top of this koi fish is because we then used a glaze, and glaze is a special paint that you paint on top of the clay and put it back in the kiln. So this is something you probably wouldn't be interested in getting at home, but maybe someday you'll have experience using in another art setting. We also use a lot of polymer clay, and so that starts white. This is an oil-based clay, and often is a little bit harder to get started going. It needs to warm up just with the warmth of your hand, but it's pretty easy to model with, and you just need to bake this in the oven for it to harden. And so maybe you've actually used this before, and this is what I will have available for pickup. I think this is one of the nicest for at-home use. And then one of my new favorites is this sculpted air dry clay. So it looks very similar to the polymer clay. It's a little less oily, and you don't need to bake it in the oven. So the reason I'm not sending this home is that I would be worried about it drying out on its way home to you. So the polymer clay is really great because I can just put it in a Ziploc bag, and even if a little air gets to it, it won't dry out. So for your assignment this week, I'd like you to talk to the adult in your life and figure out your plan for clay. So do you want to order some clay? Maybe you are someone who's excited to keep using this at home, in which case I'll have a link to a couple of these options that I like. You can pick up clay for me at the Clear Creek Art Room, or I will include a recipe for making your own clay using some basic materials you have at home. So I do want you to submit a picture of which clay plan you're going with, so you can draw a picture. Are you coming to Clear Creek to get clay, or are you going to make your own? But really your assignment is getting that clay so that you're ready to go for the next couple of weeks. If you have any questions, please message me so that we're all ready. It's going to be so much fun.